Well, this is a review of my Saab 900. If you think it justifies how much it cost me and how much it's worth, truly. This is as you can see, a flat nose Saab turbo 8 valve with turbo, well, without an intercooler and without ABS. It has got power steering, central locking, electric windows, and a sunroof. That's about it. I don't know if there are options or anything. It also has the mini-light wheels, which were an option at the time. Leather wasn't an option at the time, though you could buy these sort of, which is quite rare. This is quite dirty because I've been sitting in it, but it's quite handy for that reason. These seat covers with sort of bolsters on them. They sort of protect them. They stretch. They're a bit shrunken, I think, and they struggle to cover the seats. But as you can see, the passenger seat, they got one from over there as well. They do protect the seats rather well. God knows what it would look like if it was left as it was. So I got the other one in the boot. Inside wise, had the dash all to bits. Took the dash apart and replaced the bulbs, and the speedo that was wobbling all the time, I sorted that out with a cable, and also repaired the clock, which you can see just inside there. Took that was a bit of a bugger to get to, but I replaced the capacitors in there, and that works quite accurate. I've also replaced, I don't know if it is correct, this 3-spoke turbo wheel on there. It was a bit of a, with the hub on it, changing that over, but it works all right, and so does the horn. It also has the centre console with the period equaliser, which no longer is connected, no longer needed, and 4 speakers, 2 at the front and 2 at the back. I've added a sort of retro blank punt radio to the system as well, with RDS and sort of Bluetooth and things. That's quite useful. All now works as it should. All lights up. All the buttons light up. I've added this little button down there that lights up, although it doesn't function on this car for the headlights, as does the little light down by the key. That all works. So do the interior lights. With the had to replace the buttons and things. Also, the doors are rattling, so I had to take those to bits, and put them together correctly and bolt them down correctly. Got a bit of super glue on that mirror there. It's also got electric mirrors. That's the thing there. Why I got this over quite a lot cheaper. Sort of late 90s cars with not late 90s, early 90s sort of Saabs with the sort of angled front. I always had a thing, because my father, who passed away recently, had a GLS, one of these, a 5-door one though. So I always wanted to have one to show, but unfortunately he passed on. The car, I don't know what it was like. It's only apparently done 80,000 miles on the logbook and things. It's pretty low. It looks like it has had a respray, which is starting to fail on the wheel arches. So that's what next on the list to do, is get the wheel arches redone, and then I don't know if I put the covers back on them. This one here, you can see where I think they originally were, but this one's looking all right, except a little bit right at the bottom. The brakes weren't very good. I don't know how I got through an MOT, to be honest, really, but I've replaced the discs, the pads and the calipers all round, and they're bedding in. It seems to take a long time to bed in. The front brakes are quite unusual, and you get used to them, with the handbrakes on the front wheels, which is for safety, because Saab, because it's more powerful on there, or would normally be more powerful, but not on this car. The brakes are working all right, but I cannot get the handbrake to adjust or work at the moment. I may have to go into the garage for that. All the adjustments it should do, and adjusting the little 0.5 millimetre gap between that and the ratchet on there, and adjusting the cables in there. No different, it is just not working. I don't know if it still need to be bedded in before it works, but that is an unknown. That's one of the things to do. But it's also got sort of new tyres on it. Good years, all right. They look quite grippy. I don't know what other things. I cleared out that this vent was full of crap and things. And have a look inside. One of the things these cars, and this car does seem to do, if you leave it a long period of time, it does smell of petrol inside it. I've had a look at the fuel pump's all right, the sensor's all right. I don't know if it's had a look at whether the fuel pump inlet mechanism, that seems to be all right. It's not broken. There is a pipe that seems to go up here, up into the roof section, and I don't know if it goes back down here and then out. There is a cable pipe coming down there, but it seems a long route of pipe where that goes, or if it stops here, and that's where the petrol smell comes sometimes. Particularly, as I think other people say, if you open the sunroof, it seems to get more so. The rear seats are pretty good, not been touched really. Engine wise, so it hasn't done too many miles. The engine is very good. At least, let's show you inside. Yeah. It did have an alarm on it and a air horn that was down all here, all bits of crap wiring which I've all removed to replace the control unit, the ignition control unit. Oh, that was quite good. Put a new fuel filter, changed the brake fluid, the oil, obviously the filter and air filter have all been changed. New coil, new battery over there. The guy that had it previously, one thing I think I do need to do is I'm waiting for a new injector tube set, so because I don't like the look of those old sort of nylon cables. Although they seem to be working alright. It does get rather damp around here sometimes. I know it's not damp, it's fuel or something's leaking out gradually. That's on order, but it's older stock. The fan was crap, so I replaced the connector on there. That fan works all right. It's got a replacement radiator. Replaced the sender, which they didn't change, because on a lot of things, people, when you speak on sites about these things, so it's the fan relay, but you come to here, and on these models there is no fan relay. There's not one. There is one, I think, if you have the aircon, which for US models maybe. I don't know if there's an option in the UK for aircon on those, but there is no fan. It runs directly off the switch, the sensor switch, which just sits below this intake tube here. So it's important the connector, replace the connectors on there, that they are good and are making good contact, because the power goes all the way through there. It looks like it's had a new pressure brake unit here that's been replaced. The pipes seem alright. I changed the pulley, the two pulleys rather, for the water pump and alternator and power steering. Although the engine's the back way round, its access there is really good, which is really nice. That's another reason I went for this mod. This is like perfect timing. It's got turbo. But it hasn't got the big 16 valve head. So simple, but it is the second generation of this engine, so it has got quite a lot of revisions over the original and it works. It's very smooth, very good. What else on it? Rust-wise, bodily, it's very good, but it had a little sort of rustness around here, and all around here. You can probably on this black part here, which I just put rust killer on. In some future time, I think I'll take that off, but it's not just that top part. It goes down there as well, which makes it quite a bigger job. And you have to take the bonnet off. Also, you can see like sort of rust sitting here on this unit here, which is not good, but it's not coming out the outside. Yeah, that's externally it's all right. Just a bit of bubbling on the front of the bonnet. This car is garage, so it never sees any rain, or will never see any rain in my book. I'll replace some of the tubing to that accumulator there as well. So I'm hoping that won't matter. It is certainly a nippy car. Yeah. By all accounts, these are actually faster than the early 16S's, with the better gear ratios in them. Actually, well, I outran one of the ones, chiefly because ironically, because it's got all that Aero crap on it as well, which I never fancied myself. I wanted one just like this. I did buy. So they just got these stick-on bump strips. They did, I think, just a little bit later than this, have these moulded units that sort of connect to the bumper, or look like they do. But I haven't actually fitted those, because I think you have to bolt those on. I'm unsure if the bolt spaces are underneath it. But there, well, you can see a little bit going on the leading edge of the bonnet, probably from stone chips. And that's a sort of classic front of a flat nose, really. It doesn't do well in the aerodynamic stakes, I think, with the flat nose and the steep bonnet, but as a sort of daily driver, sort of classic, with the not having to pay for MOT and tax, it's a very cheap car to operate. Sort of, maybe just in the summer though, once they've sorted out those at rust. Apparently there's only 2 of these left. I've seen the other one. This one is easily the superior one in existence. It's on its last legs, that poor machine. So pretty well, this is the last 3-door 8-valve in existence that's roadworthy and looks like this. So it's quite a unique car, where there's lots of, as there's lots of 16S's going around the place. They're going for like 20 plus now, 25 grand for one of those. Whereas this is faster, or at least in acceleration, far rarer, and is sort of 18,000, I would say, 19,000. I think this is a more classic looking car, but that's people's own view. I'd be interested in what you think about it. I've also, I redid the electrics for the tow hook, so I can tow my camper, my trailer. But anyway, that's my Saab 900 Turbo 8 valve.